If you do this one thing that Amazon did to grow Prime Video, you can actually grow your flooring company by doing the exact same thing. Here it is. So when Amazon first came out with their kind of video service, they tried to do it as an exclusive, different offer outside of their typical Amazon Prime business model. It was like its own thing, and they called it Amazon Video on Demand. So they were charging separately for this outside of their typical Amazon Prime packaging. But it wasn't quite taking off like they wanted because people had to buy it separately from their typical Prime account. So it was like you had to go get this separate video streaming service, kind of like what Netflix does. But what they started to do is they included this what's called an oh by the way offer. So what that means is whenever somebody signs up for a Prime account, like your typical Prime account, you get the video streaming included with it. It's like, hey, you got the Prime account for the fast delivery, all that kind of stuff for the main thing. But oh by the way, you get this video streaming service along with it. So by including it in Amazon Prime, their main packaging, they were able to get people onto the video streaming service because they included it in with their all-in-one kind of Prime package. They weren't trying to sell it, one-off or separately from their main Prime. They included it all in one. So the lesson you can take and put into your flooring company is if you're having a hard time selling maybe separate services, or like you want to include something that's you're kind of having a hard time selling, whether that's additional services like repairs, or if you do other home improvement services, or just your regular installation of material, then you can start to include this oh by the way offer. And here's maybe a couple ways you could do that. Here's just a couple random ideas that you could actually use that I think could actually be pretty good. So the first one is let's say somebody hires you for your flooring services. You can say, yeah, this is what we do. Like, all right, let's get it going. And then you can say, oh, by the way, we'll actually be sending you a gift basket after the job is done. And then also, oh, by the way, we're going to be doing a 6-month check and a year check, and come check on your floors 2 years, 3 years, every single year after that, just to make sure everything's going okay, that you don't need anything else. So by doing this, your oh by the way offer is like you're increasing your customer experience and making it better for your customer overall. So obviously there's lots of ways that you can kind of, include this kind of oh by the way offering into your flooring services. But I thought it was a really cool, story I heard on a podcast this morning, and I wanted to share it with you. So hopefully it's helpful.